Hello dear listeners, welcome to another Life History channel. Tonight we explore something different, the wall from that show. Game of Thrones everyone knows, but this time you're there. You're the one living it. But before we delve deeper into this arduous journey, I have a small request from you. To support our stories and the effort we put in, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share in the comments where in the world you are listening from right now. It would truly make us happy. So dim those lights now. Get comfortable in your bed. Pull up those soft blankets. Let's travel back together now to a place of ice and endless bitter cold and constant primal fear. Imagine this scene with me. You wake before dawn breaks. The cold hits you instantly. It's not like modern cold. This penetrates your very bones. This is the kind hurts. Deep inside your core always, your breath makes white clouds. Even inside the stone quarters, the walls offer little warmth. Ice forms on every surface. Your blanket is stiff tonight. Frozen moisture clings to it. You pull it closer anyway. You're a member now truly of the ancient Night's Watch. You took those binding vows. Black is your only colour, for life and after death. There's no going back ever. That choice is gone forever. The wall looms above you, 700 feet of ice, made entirely of frozen water, ancient ice from ages past. It's been standing for millennia. Nobody remembers its true beginning, or who built it first. Your boots are badly worn. The leather is deeply cracked. They let in wetness constantly, and the cold seeps through. Your toes went numb yesterday. They haven't warmed since then. You wiggle them desperately now. The horn hasn't blown yet, but you know it will. 3 blasts mean one thing, but that's rare, thank gods. 1 blast is more common. Rangers returning from their patrol. You share a cramped room with 7 other tired men. Some snore loudly at night, others cry out in sleep. Nightmares are common up here. The wall does that eventually, to everyone who serves here. There's no heating system available, no central air obviously not, just a small stone fireplace that burns through wood fast. And wood is precious here, so you ration it carefully. Every log must be counted. You pull on more layers, a tunic that's completely threadbare, then your stiff leather jerkin. It smells of old sweat and smoke from countless fires, and something else you can't identify. Everyone smells exactly the same. Your cloak is impossibly heavy, black wool that's badly matted. It's supposed to protect you against wind and driving snow. But it's never quite enough. The cold always finds ways to reach your skin beneath. Food is waiting down below in the dim common hall. It won't be good today. It never is up here. Porridge made from old grain, maybe some salted dried meat. If you're very lucky tonight, the cook hates everyone equally, or maybe just life itself. He serves with a scowl. The portions are carefully measured, barely enough to sustain life, but you eat it anyway, because there's absolutely nothing else. Other men shuffle in slowly, faces rough and badly weathered. Some are criminals who chose the wall over swift execution. Some are bastards seeking purpose. Some are just desperately unlucky, like you are perhaps now. Nobody talks much at breakfast, it's too early for that, and words cost precious energy. Energy you'll desperately need later, for whatever comes your way. The porridge is terribly lumpy. It tastes like absolutely nothing. You add some precious salt. That doesn't help it much. You eat it very mechanically, spoonful after spoonful after spoonful, just fuel for your body. Someone coughs across the table, a wet and rattling sound. Sickness spreads easily up here, in these close quarters always, with poor nutrition throughout winter and constant cold exposure daily. Death comes for many men. You finish your small bowl and stand up very slowly. Your muscles ache badly already, from yesterday's long watch probably, or the day before that. They all blur together now. Time has no real meaning. Outside the sky's grey. Always grey it seems here. The sun barely reaches over. The wall's impossible height today. Even at midday, sometimes barely. Shadows dominate your entire world. You've forgotten true warmth now. The courtyard is very busy. Men practice with dull swords. Others repair equipment constantly here. Maintenance never ends at all. Everything breaks down much faster. In this brutal, frozen environment, the cold destroys all things. Your assignment today is watch. On top of the wall, you'll climb those endless stairs, hundreds of them going up. Your legs will burn terribly. Your lungs will ache badly, but you'll make it somehow. You always do each time. The stairs are dangerously icy, carved into the wall itself, worn smooth by countless feet. Over thousands of hard years, you grip the frozen rope that runs alongside the stairs, for safety mostly you hope. You climb and keep climbing even more. The wind picks up steadily. It howls between the ice. Your face goes completely numb. Your eyes water constantly now. You can't wipe them away. Your hands grip too tight. Halfway up you pause briefly, just for a single moment, to catch your burning breath. Your heart pounds very hard in your tight chest cavity. You look down very briefly. That was a terrible mistake. The ground is impossibly far, so very far below you. Tiny figures move about slowly, like ants in strict formation. You feel dizzy quite suddenly. You close your eyes tight and keep climbing upward still. Finally you reach the top, the wall's upper icy surface. It stretches east and west for hundreds of cold miles, as far as eyes see. It's magnificent and terrifying really, and utterly isolated from life. The wind is much worse. Up here without any shelter, it cuts right through everything, every layer you carefully wear. You pull your hood tighter, tighter around your frozen face. It barely helps at all. Your post is a tower, one of many along here, the wall's endless frozen length. You'll stand watch right here for 4 hours straight ahead. Then someone finally relieves you. Then you go back down. The view north is different than anything you ever knew before coming to this wall. Endless forest stretches out forever, dark and foreboding, always waiting. The haunted forest, they call it. For very good reason, too. Nothing moves out there now, at least nothing you see, but you know things lurk in those dark, dense woods, things that shouldn't exist at all, according to normal people below. But you've heard the stories. Your predecessor at this post disappeared 3 months ago now, during his watch one night. They never found him anywhere, or any trace really left, just an empty cold tower and bloodstains on the ice. You try not thinking about that too much right now. Focus on your duty instead. Scan the tree line, constantly watching. Look for any movement there, any sign of danger approaching, anything at all that's unusual. Time moves differently up here. Minutes feel like long hours. Hours feel like endless days. The cold makes everything seem slower and much longer. Your thoughts get sluggish now. Your mind starts to wander. You stamp your feet hard to keep blood flowing there. You flex your stiff fingers. inside thick gloves that really don't work very well here. Nothing works well up here. Everything fails eventually always. Other watchmen are barely visible, in towers to your left and towers to your right. Tiny black figures against it, white ice and grey sky. You're not alone technically here, but you feel utterly alone. The sun inches across slowly, the pale winter sky above, if you can even call it sun at all today, more like a faint memory of what sun should be, weak and impossibly distant now. Your stomach growls quite loudly. Breakfast was hours ago now, but there's no food available. Up here on watch duty, you'll eat again tonight only, if you make it through your shift alive somehow. Something moves in the forest. Your heart jumps suddenly now. You lean forward, squinting hard. Is it real this time? Or just your tired imagination, playing tricks on weary eyes? You've seen this before today. No, it's just tree shadows, moving between the dark trees. You exhale slowly and carefully. Your breath hangs white clouds in the frozen air around. False alarms happen constantly here, but you can't relax ever. Not ever really up here. Because one time it won't be a shadow moving, it will be very real, and you'll need to react. React fast enough to survive, fast enough to warn everyone. The stories circulate constantly here, among the brothers gathered nightly, at night by small fires, of things beyond the wall. White walkers, they whisper quietly, dead things that walk upright, with blue glowing bright eyes, and cold that kills instantly. Most men laugh quite nervously at these very old tales. Superstition they claim quite loudly, nothing but myths and legends, but their eyes show you something else entirely different now. They believe deep down inside. You've been here 6 months. That's not long comparatively speaking. Some men have served here for 10 years straight now, or 20 even longer still. Their faces are deeply carved by wind and bitter ice. They look older than their actual years truly are. The wall ages everyone here, faster than normal life below. Youth disappears quickly up here, replaced by hard, deep lines and a haunted, distant look. Your hands are badly cracked, despite the gloves you wear. The cold dries everything completely. Skin splits open very easily and heals very slowly here. You have scars now permanent. That won't ever fade away. Your hair has grown long and unkempt these days. There's no barber up here. No one who cares about appearance at all anymore. Survival matters only now truly. Looking good means absolutely nothing. You think about home sometimes when you really shouldn't. The place you left behind, that warm and familiar place, with actual comfort existing there, and people who smiled easily, without effort or hidden pain. But that life ended completely. The moment you spoke aloud, those binding vows in ceremony. You are the sword now, in the darkness every night, the watcher on these walls, the fire that burns bright against the cold death eternally. Those words sounded quite noble when you first heard them spoken in that ceremony. Now they just sound like a life sentence really, which is what they are. Exactly and precisely that truth. Another hour passes quite slowly. The sun moves slightly across that grey expanse above. Your legs ache from standing so long without moving. You shift your weight carefully, from foot to foot again. The wind picks up stronger, even stronger than before now. It screams across the ice, a lonely and haunting sound, like voices crying out loud from somewhere far away there. You shiver despite yourself now. You're not afraid exactly here. Fear would imply something specific to dread most truly. This is different though entirely. A constant low-level feeling. Anxiety that never stops at all. It just sits there waiting. In your chest, tightening slowly. Making breathing feel much harder than it should be normally. Everyone feels it up here. This presence of wrongness nearby, north of the wall waiting. Something isn't right out there. A raven flies past quickly, black against grey sky above. It caws once very sharply, then disappears from view completely. Ravens bring messages sometimes here, from other posts along here, the wall's vast frozen length, or from Castle Black below, where the Lord Commander sits and makes important decisions about deployments and patrols always, and who goes where next, and who might die out on the next ranging mission. You haven't been ranging yet, beyond the wall at all. That comes later, probably soon, when you're more experienced here, or when they're desperate enough. Whichever comes first, really honestly. The odds aren't good either. Men who go ranging out come back changed, always different. If they come back home at all, that is truly. They've seen things out there. There in those dark woods, things they won't describe fully, in full detail to anyone. Their eyes look haunted always, after they return here safely. They drink more heavily now, and sleep less soundly too, and jump at sounds nearby, that others don't notice anymore, at all around them daily. You wonder if you'll become like that too eventually. Probably, yes, most likely soon. Everyone does eventually up here. The wall takes something away from every man who serves upon its frozen height. Your watch partner arrives finally to relieve you now. He looks as tired as you feel inside deeply. His face is red from climbing these stairs up, in bitter cold wind blowing. You nod at him briefly. He nods back just once. No words are needed here, between watchmen who understand completely this shared miserable duty together, better than anyone else could, better than words can say. You begin your descent now, down those endless stairs again. Your legs shake slightly badly, from standing so long up. The climb down is almost harder than going up. Up was this morning early. The rope is very icy. Under your gripping hand tight, you go slowly and carefully, one step at a time. Falling would mean certain death, a long terrible drop down, to hard ground far below. Halfway down you slip badly. Your foot slides sideways fast. Your heart stops completely still. You grab the rope desperately, with both hands very hard, and catch yourself just barely, just in time somehow, miraculously. You stand there frozen still, pressed against the wall hard, breathing hard and very fast. That was too close today. Much too close really now. You wait for your heartbeat to slow down again finally. Then you keep going down. More carefully this time now, focusing on each step carefully, and nothing else matters here, until you reach the bottom and solid ground beneath you. Your shaking legs once again. The courtyard feels almost warm, compared to up there high, even though it's still freezing. Freezing cold down here too. Everything is relative now truly. On the wall especially always. Cold has many different degrees. You head toward the barracks, to rest before dinner comes. Your body aches everywhere badly. Muscles you didn't know existed. You had us sore now, from just standing still up for 4 long hours watching. Inside the barracks it's slightly warmer, at least here. Body heat from men helps. Packed close together, breathing warmly, and the small crackling fire burning in the stone hearth adds something minimal at least. You remove your heavy cloak and hang it up carefully. It's stiff with frozen ice that formed during watch duty. It will thaw slowly here by the fire's weak warmth. Heat over some long hours. Your bunk is very hard, just wood with thin straw mattress on top only. No pillow to speak of, just a rolled dirty blanket that smells of mould strongly, and unwashed bodies always here. But you lie down grateful for anything flat now. Your back protests initially hurting, then slowly starts relaxing finally. You close your eyes tight, just for a moment only, or so you intend now. You dream of strange things that don't make sense at all. Ice melting into hot fire, faces you once knew well, speaking words you can't hear or understand at all. Then darkness swallows everything completely. Someone shakes your shoulder hard. You wake with a start, disoriented and confused quite briefly. Dinner time apparently now already. You slept through the afternoon without even realizing it at all. You sit up very slowly. Your body has stiffened badly from lying in the cold on that hard surface long. You're actually more sore now than before you rested down. Somehow, that seems unfair really. The common hall is crowded with men eating now. The noise level is higher than at breakfast earlier. Men have energy now finally, after completing their duties here, for the day mostly done. Tonight there's stew cooking slowly. You can smell it clearly from across the room there. It's not good smell really, but it's food regardless now, and that's what matters most. In the end, always here. You get your bowl full from the surly old cook. He ladles out portions carefully, without looking up once ever at anyone's face at all. Maybe that's easier really honestly, than seeing the misery there. The stew is watery thin, with chunks of something floating. That might be meat possibly, or might be turnip instead. It's hard to tell clearly in the dim light here. Everything looks grey always. You find a spot available at a crowded table here. Men shift over slightly now, making minimal room for you. You sit and eat silently. In silence like most men, conversation takes energy still remaining. Across from you sits someone, an older watchman you know. You never learned his name properly actually at all. He's been here forever long. His face is deeply scarred. From some past encounter clearly. He eats mechanically too now. Eyes focused on nothing there. Just going through motions here. Of staying alive another day. Day on this wall standing. That's the goal always here. Just one more day alive. Someone laughs suddenly loudly now. At the table behind you. A rare sound in here. This place of misery constant. You turn to look back. 3 young recruits are talking and gesturing wildly there. They're new still, obviously here, haven't been broken yet fully by the endless cold outside and the constant fear present and the soul-crushing pressure, monotony of watch duty always. Give them time though soon. 1 month, maybe 2 more, and they'll be silent too, like everyone else here now. The wall does that eventually, to all men who serve. It grinds them down slowly, into quiet endurance only left. You finish your stew quickly, and set the bowl down on the table hard. Your stomach isn't full at all. It never is really here, but it's something at least. Better than nothing, barely enough. Men start leaving now slowly. some to their bunks early, others to various duties waiting. Night watch needs staffing always. The wall never sleeps ever. Even when men do sleep, someone must always watch up. You're off duty tonight, thankfully, until tomorrow morning comes again. That means you can sleep. Sleep through the night, hopefully, if sleep will come easily, which it doesn't always here. Despite exhaustion felt so deeply, you return to barracks tired. The fire has died down to just glowing embers now. Nobody bothers to add more. More wood tonight, probably not. It's too precious to waste. Waste on sleeping men here. You remove your boots carefully and your outer layers slowly, but keep everything else on your body still warm. Sleeping naked here would mean death from cold quickly. Before morning light came back, you crawl into bunk exhausted and pull up blanket tight. It's thin and rough feeling, against your skin everywhere touching, but it's all there is, so you make do here, like always here, somehow surviving. Other men are settling down, into their bunks also now. The room grows quiet finally, except for occasional cough heard, or shift of weight heard, on creaking wooden frames old, that are very old here. You lie there staring up at the ceiling above you, rough-hewn wooden beams there, support the roof barely holding. Everything here is old now, and falling apart slowly always, like the men who live. You think about tomorrow coming, 4 more hours of watch duty waiting probably up, standing in that tower high, staring at empty forest below, hoping nothing emerges from it, those dark tree shadows there. Then the day after that, and the day following too, and on forever. Forever stretching ahead endlessly now, until you die here finally, or desert and get caught and executed publicly then. Those are your options left. Desertion happens sometimes still here. Men reach their limit finally and try to run away, south toward warmth and life they once knew before, but they rarely succeed ever. The penalty is too harsh. The penalty is swift death, swift and certain always here. Your brothers hunt you down and bring you back alive, and the Lord Commander then passes the sentence coldly always, and someone swings sword hard. You've seen it happen here, twice since you arrived up, men kneeling in snow deep, saying final words maybe quietly, then the blade falls fast, and it's over quick then. Their watch has ended finally. You wonder sometimes if that's better than this life. Living half dead already here, on this frozen wall high, going through motions daily always, with no hope remaining ever of anything improving at all. But you're not brave enough for desertion probably now, or maybe not desperate enough yet anyway truly here. So you stay and endure like everyone else does, one day at a time. Sleep finally comes slowly now, pulling you down deep inside, into dark, dreamless nothing there, where the cold can't reach you at all tonight, and the wall doesn't exist for brief hours only. But morning always returns soon, too soon it seems always. Someone kicks your bunk hard, time to wake up now and start the cycle over again exactly like yesterday. Yesterday and tomorrow will be. You dress in darkness early, before dawn breaks outside cold. Your clothes are cold now, from sitting all night long. You pull them on quickly, shivering as you do so. Your teeth chatter briefly loud. Outside stars still shine bright in the black sky above. The wall looms invisible there, against that darkness total now, but you know it's there waiting for you always, as it always is standing. Breakfast is the same today, Lumpy grey porridge again now. No variation ever happens here. In the meals served daily, it's efficient if nothing else can be said about the food here served. You eat quickly today fast, without really tasting anything there, then head outside to begin. Begin your duties again now. The cycle continues endlessly here, day after day after day. Day without ending ever coming. Today you're assigned to work, maintenance work instead of watch duty for once different. That means repairing things constantly, on the wall's surface up, or in the buildings here, that house the men living. You're given tools rusty, and a list of tasks to complete today here. A door hinge broken badly, needs replacing somehow with care. Limited supplies available here always. You'll make it work somehow. Everything here requires improvising now, constantly and creatively always here. Supplies come rarely from the south down below us, and they're never enough ever for what's needed truly here. You make do constantly. You work alongside others silently, in cold that numbs completely. Your fingers, despite gloves worn, making it hard to grip. Grip tools properly enough now. Everything takes longer than it should reasonably here always. The door hinge is frozen solid with ice thick. You have to chip away carefully at it first, before you can remove it. The broken piece completely out. Your hands ache badly now. One man works near you without speaking much ever. He's missing 2 fingers clean. From his left hand there, frostbite took them last winter. Winter, he tells you quietly. When you finally ask him, he says it matter of factly without emotion shown, like reporting the weather outside or the time of day currently passing by us. Loss is normal here always. Everyone loses something eventually here. His name is John simply. Not that John from stories everyone knows about well. Just a common name here, for a common man broken, who ended up here finally, like all the rest did. He's been serving for years, 8 years now total here. That seems impossible to you currently, but he just shrugs when you say so aloud to him there. Time passes, he says quietly. You ask him if it gets easier over time. Time spent here serving always. He looks at you then, with dead flat eyes cold, and says nothing at all in response clearly now. That answers your question perfectly, better than words could ever. No, it doesn't get easier at all ever here. You just get used to being miserable constantly always. That's all that happens here. You finish the hinge work and move to next task. Task on your list today, a window shutter broken badly, needs new leather hinges made from scraps available here. You get to work now. The hours pass in blur of repetitive motion constant, hammering and sawing and fitting pieces together somehow now. Your mind wanders freely away, while hands work automatically here. It's almost meditative really now. You think about the men who built this wall so long ago then. What did they think about while working here daily then? Did they know their work? Work would stand for millennia. Probably not, you decide now. They were just men working, doing a job assigned them by someone with power then, just like you are doing. Now, all these years later in frozen north here, lunch comes around midday finally. Hard bread and cheese, mouldy. That's more mould than cheese. Cheese at this point really. You eat it anyway though, 'cause you must obviously here. Your body needs fuel always. The afternoon stretches ahead long, More repairs waiting always here. The wall demands constant work, attention and maintenance work daily. Without it, everything would crumble. Crumble faster than it already. Already as slowly now here. You work until darkness falls. Falls across the yard outside. Your muscles scream in protest. Protest at every movement made. But you finished your list. List of tasks completely done. That's something, at least, today. Dinner is meat tonight served, salted and tough and old, probably from some animal dead. That died months ago likely, but it's protein regardless now, and that's more valuable than gold up here always. You chew slowly and carefully. The meat is difficult here. To break down properly now, your jaw gets tired from the effort required chewing. But you eat it all because you must survive. After dinner you have time, free time for once tonight, an hour before sleep comes. You could do anything here, within reason and rules set. What do men do with free time here available? Some play cards with decks so worn the suits are barely visible now. Others sharpen their weapons here, over and over again constantly, making blades that already work perfectly fine somehow still. Some men write letters home, to families down south far, that may or may not remember them at all now. The letters pile up here, waiting for the next supply run to carry them. You choose to sit quietly by the fire, simply staring into the flames dancing, that dance and flicker bright. It's hypnotic and calming now. Your mind goes blank finally, for a little while here. Another man sits near you without asking permission first. That's fine, you don't mind the silent company here. He's older with grey beard and weathered face worn. He looks exhausted, always tired. He doesn't speak either now, just stares at fire burning, like you are doing too. Two men sharing warmth here, and nothing else really now. It's enough for now here, in this cold place tonight. Time passes slowly here always, even during free hours given. The fire burns lower now. Someone should add wood fuel, but nobody moves to do it at all tonight, so it just dies slowly. Eventually you rise stiffly up and head to bed early. Your body is beyond tired at this point now. It's a deep exhaustion felt. That sleep barely touches ever, but you try anyway tonight. The barracks are cold inside, colder than last night even, if that's even possible here. You can see your breath in the air clearly, even inside these walls stone. Winter is coming closer now. That phrase means something different here than elsewhere south. In the south, winter is inconvenient and uncomfortable only. Here it's a death sentence waiting to fall hard on everyone present currently here. You've heard the stories told of winters that lasted years instead of months long, when the wall was cut off completely from the world below and supply. Men starved or froze then. Supplies stopped coming entirely then, because roads were impassable completely, with snow piled high everywhere. Men ate their horses first, then their leather boots next, then sometimes each other too, according to old tales told. You hope that doesn't happen during your time here, but you can't know anything. What the future holds coming, none of us can ever. We just endure what comes and hope to survive. You climb into bunk tired and wrap the blanket tight around yourself tightly now here. Your teeth chatter still loudly, despite the layers worn thick. The cold has seeped deep into your very bones now. Sleep comes eventually again slowly, but it's not restful ever. You dream of ice endless, and endless winter storms coming, and things moving through white blizzards toward you fast, with blue glowing eyes bright. You wake several times tonight, during the long night hours, shivering and disoriented briefly now. Then remember where you are and why you're here, and feel the weight of it settle back down. Morning comes too soon again, like it always does here. The cycle begins again fresh. Another day on Wall High, another day of cold felt, another day of duty done, and fear and endurance shown. You wonder how many more days you can do this before breaking down, but you don't let yourself think too long about that question really now. The answer scares you deeply. Today is different somehow felt. You can feel it clearly in the air around you. There's a tension present here among the men gathered now. Something has happened overnight fast while you were sleeping deep. Rangers came back early yesterday from their patrol beyond the wall last night returning. That's unusual and concerning here. They should have been gone for another week still. At least that was plan. You hear whispers spreading fast through the common hall now. At breakfast this morning early, bodies they found out there in the forest deep, dead men arranged in patterns, strange patterns on snow white. The patterns mean something dark to those who know well. The old stories well told, symbols from ancient times long before the wall existed here, when the first men fought the White Walkers then. Fear spreads like disease fast through Castle Black now quickly. Men who laughed at stories just yesterday now look over their shoulders constantly and nervously always here, checking the shadows carefully always. The Lord Commander calls a meeting after breakfast today. All brothers must attend now. In the great hall here, you file in with everyone else present today gathered. The room is packed tight. He stands before you all looking grim and serious beyond his years worn. His face is weathered badly, like old leather left out in the elements too long without protection given. He speaks plainly without decoration or unnecessary words used. The Rangers found evidence clear of wildling activity increasing there, beyond the wall lately now, and something else too found. Something worse, he says quietly. The dead men were wildlings clearly from their clothes and weapons carried there, but they'd been killed by something that wasn't human at all apparently now. The wounds were very strange, frozen solid they were completely, in positions of terror shown, their faces locked in expressions of absolute horror felt. Whatever killed them did so with unnatural cold fast. That flash froze them solid. The room is silent now as he speaks these words to everyone gathered here. You can hear men breathing around you nervously now. Some shift their weight there, from foot to foot anxious. He says patrols will increase in frequency now forward. More men on watch duty at all times going forward from this day here. No one goes beyond wall alone ever again now. If you see anything unusual at all out there, you sound the alarm immediately. Don't investigate yourself foolishly now. Don't try to be a hero stupidly now here. Just alert your brothers fast 3 blasts means white walkers. Walkers approaching the wall now. Everyone knows this signal well, but he repeats it anyway. Anyway for emphasis clearly here. 3 blasts means run fast and prepare for battle hard. The meeting ends quickly now. Men disperse to duties assigned, but the mood has changed completely from before today. Fear is tangible now felt. You can almost taste it. It in the air heavy. You're assigned to watch duty. Again today, of course now. You climb those endless stairs. Stairs with dread growing inside. In your chest tightly felt. Today feels different somehow here. More dangerous than usual days. The wind is stronger today than it's been all week. Week so far already now. It screams across ice hard, making hearing difficult almost now, and seeing much harder too. Through tears it causes streaming. You take your post alone, in the tower alone standing. Your eyes scan forest carefully, more carefully than ever before, looking for any movement there, any sign of danger coming, anything at all wrong seen. Hours pass without incident here, but you can't relax ever. Not after this morning's news. Not after hearing what Rangers found out they're dead. They're in those woods dark. Dead men frozen solid stiff. Your imagination runs wild now, despite your best efforts made. You see movement everywhere looking, in shadows between trees there, but it's just wind moving branches around probably now. You tell yourself this truth. But what if it's not? Not just the wind moving. What if something watches you? You right now from there. Those dark trees below waiting. Something with blue eyes cold and hunger for living flesh. You shake your head hard, trying to clear it now. Fear makes you see things that aren't there really. You need to focus hard on reality, not imagination wild. Your duty is clear here, but the fear remains strong, sitting in your gut heavy, like a cold stone there. That won't dissolve away ever. Everyone feels it now here, this sense of wrongness growing stronger each day passing. Your relief comes finally now. After 4 long hours standing, he looks as nervous as you feel inside deeply. His eyes are wide open and dart around constantly watching, checking every direction possible here. You descend the stairs quickly, more quickly than safe really. You just want to be on solid ground below, away from that exposed position up high there where anything could approach unseen. The courtyard is busy today, with unusual activity now seen. Men are checking weapons carefully, and armour more carefully than usual maintenance requires here. Everyone is preparing for something without saying it. You grab food quickly now and eat standing up fast. Nobody sits at tables here for long meals anymore now. Everyone is on edge waiting, ready to move at any moment if needed fast. The afternoon drags slowly forward. You're assigned to help stockpile. Stockpile arrows in armory now, thousands of them need organising. Organising and counting carefully here, in case battle comes sooner than expected now here. The Master of Arms works alongside you silently here. He's an old man weathered, who's seen countless winters pass. His hands are steady still, as he sorts arrows carefully, by quality and length measured. You ask him if he believes the stories told about white walkers returning now. He looks at you then, with eyes that have seen too much already here, then nods once slowly down. He says he saw something once many years ago. Ago on a ranging mission. Something that moved wrong there, in the moonlight distant scene. Something that shouldn't exist ever, according to natural laws known. His companions thought he was seeing things from exhaustion and cold combined there. But he knows what he saw that night clearly, and he's been afraid since it happened to him. You want to ask more questions, but he returns to work silently now. The conversation is clearly over now between you two. You continue sorting arrows here, with shaking hands slightly trembling. Dinner comes and goes fast, in a blur of motion and nervous energy felt. Men eat quickly and leave faster than normal now. Nobody wants to linger long, in one place too long. You return to barracks earlier than usual tonight now. Exhaustion has caught up here, with fear and combined together to make you barely able to stand upright now. You need sleep desperately bad, but sleep doesn't come easy. Despite how tired you feel in every bone aching, your mind races with images of frozen bodies stiff, and things in darkness moving toward the wall high. Other men toss and turn in their bunks restless. Nobody is sleeping well tonight. Tonight it seems clearly here. The fear has infected everyone. Everyone here completely now spreading. There's no escaping it felt. You finally drift off sleeping. Near midnight probably though now. Time is hard to track in the darkness here. Your dreams are vivid tonight, and terrible beyond words felt. You wake gasping several times throughout the night long. Each time takes longer to remember where you are and why you're here on this wall standing, in this frozen hell away from normal life known. Morning arrives with horn blast, blasting one time only now, rangers returning from patrol out. You stumble outside with everyone else to see what they found now today, what news they bring back. The rangers look worse than the last group did. Their faces are grey with exhaustion and fear shown. Their horses are lathered badly from being ridden hard back to the wall fast. They found more bodies out, arranged in those patterns again, closer to the wall now than before this time found. Whatever is doing this here is moving south steadily toward you all waiting here. One ranger is missing now from the patrol group sent. He was there when they made camp last night. They swear this truth, but come morning he was simply gone, completely vanished. No tracks in snow seen, no signs of struggle found, no blood or torn clothing left behind anywhere there. He just vanished like smoke in the wind, gone, as if he never existed. The Lord Commander questions them extensively for hours long. You watch from distance far. Their faces show trauma deep, beyond normal human experience felt. They've seen something terrible there that broke them inside completely. That night security doubles fast. On all watch posts now, 2 men per tower standing, instead of 1 alone watching. Nobody should be isolated here when darkness falls completely down. Safety in numbers may be hoped. You're paired with John tonight, the man missing fingers there. He doesn't talk much ever, which suits you fine now. You both just watch carefully. The forest in silence shared, and growing dread together felt. The night is darker than any you remember here. Clouds cover the moon completely, and stars completely tonight hidden. You can barely see anything, the forest below at all, just blackness everywhere looking down. Your torch flickers weakly now, in the strong wind blowing, casting dancing shadows that make everything seem alive here and moving toward you fast. Your nerves are stretched tight, impossibly tight, now here standing. John stands beside you silent, his breath coming out white, in white clouds visible there. He grips his spear tight, with his good hand strong. The three-fingered one there holds a torch high up. Hours pass in silence heavy. Nothing moves below you seen, or if it does move, you can't see it clearly. In this total darkness, thick, that's worse somehow than seeing something approaching clearly now. Then John grabs your arm, suddenly and hard now. You look at him fast, his eyes are wide open. He points down into darkness below where you can't see anything at all. You squint and stare hard, trying to see what he's seeing down there now. Then you see it moving. Movement in the black there. Something pale moving between trees far below you standing. More movement to left seen, and to the right too. Multiple things moving now fast, converging toward the wall here. Your heart pounds so hard it hurts your chest with each beat racing. You reach for horn hanging on the wall there. 3 blasts for white walkers. Walkers approaching here now fast. Your hands shake as you lift it up high to your frozen lips cold. But John stops you fast, with his 3-fingered hand gripping your wrist tight. Not yet, he whispers low. We need to be sure before we sound that. That alarm for everyone here. You understand his reasoning now. False alarms cause panic spread and waste resources quickly here. But you're terrified to wait any longer here now. Those things are moving closer, every second passing fast. You both stare down hard, into the darkness below thick. The pale things keep moving steadily closer now forward. Then suddenly they stop completely, all at once together still, like they're coordinated, somehow planned. The silence is deafening now. Your ears ring with its absence, the absence of sound heard, no wind, no movement seen, nothing at all happening there, just waiting in darkness heavy, for something to begin soon. Then you hear it clearly, a sound like cracking ice but louder and deeper than natural, somehow wrong. It comes from below there, from the thing standing waiting, there in the darkness thick. More sounds join it now, a chorus of unnatural noises that make your skin crawl with revulsion felt. It sounds like speech almost, but not any language known you've ever heard before now. John's face is white now, even in the torchlight dim. He knows what this means better than you do. He's heard the stories more times than most here. He raises the horn high. 3 long blasts echo out, across the wall's length far. The sound carries far into the night air cold, alerting every post and every sleeping man below now. The attack is coming fast. Within minutes the wall comes alive with activity now. Men rushing to positions fast, carrying weapons and torches bright, shouting to each other loud over the growing chaos here, of preparation for battle hard. You look down again fast. The pale things have vanished from sight completely now, like they were never there at all before seen. But you know they're close somewhere in darkness waiting. Archers line the wall now, with arrows nocked ready aimed. Fire is prepared in braziers, great braziers along the length. The length of the defences here, everyone knows fire works best. Against the dead things coming. The Lord Commander appears now, on the wall beside you, you and John standing ready. He looks out into darkness, darkness with grim expression worn. His sword is drawn ready for whatever comes next. Hours pass in tense waiting. Anticipation of attack imminent felt, but nothing happens yet seen. The darkness remains empty still, or seems to anyway now. You can't tell for sure what's out there hiding. False alarm, some men whisper. Start whispering to each other. Other nearby you standing here.
Maybe it was nothing real. After all they say, relieved. Just shadows and making you see things wrong.
But you know better now. You saw those things moving with purpose clear there, and you heard those sounds they made together strange. That wasn't imagination playing tricks on your mind at all. Dawn comes slowly finally here. Grey light spreading across slowly, the frozen landscape below seen. You can see forest clearly now in daylight come. Nothing moves among trees there. Everything looks normal again somehow, but something is different felt. You can feel it clearly. In the air around you, a wrongness that persists still. Even with sunlight present now, the forest looks dead more than it did before. The Lord Commander orders patrols to investigate the area where you saw movement last night clearly seen. Volunteers are requested, but nobody steps forward eagerly here. Everyone is terrified honestly now. Finally he selects men by pointing at them directly. You're not chosen thankfully here, but John is picked out. He accepts with resignation clear, written on his face worn. He knew it would come to this eventually here, being selected for dangerous duty. Duty beyond the wall now. Everyone gets picked sooner or later serving here always. There's no avoiding it ever. You watch them prepare carefully, checking weapons and supplies needed. They'll be gone all day at minimum probably now, maybe longer if they find something worth investigating there, or don't return at all. John looks at you before leaving through gate now. His expression says everything felt. He doesn't expect to return from this patrol out, but he goes anyway here, because duty demands it always. The gate closes behind them with finality heavy felt. You watch from wall high as they disappear into forest heading north toward where you saw movement last, in darkness last night clear. Your watch ends finally now. You're exhausted beyond measure felt, but you can't sleep easy not knowing John is out there facing whatever made those sounds in darkness hours before now heard. You spend the day waiting, in anxious waiting for news from the patrol out. Everyone does the same thing. Work continues but slower now. Men are distracted by fear and uncertainty growing fast. Lunch passes barely noticed here. Dinner comes and goes fast. Still no word from patrol. The patrol that left this morning heading north out. The sun sinks low toward the horizon western now. Darkness approaches again too soon for anyone's comfort. Patrol doesn't return before nightfall comes. They'll have to survive out there in the forest dark, with whatever lurks waiting there. You return to watch duty, on the wall again high. Different tower this time now, but same endless vigilance required of every man here, who serves here faithfully always, day after day after day. The sun disappears completely now. Stars emerge above you bright, the moon rises casting light, pale light across snow white, and ice and forest dark. Everything looks peaceful and beautiful, beautiful and deadly so now. You scan the tree line carefully, looking for any sign seen of the returning patrol out, but see nothing moving there, just darkness and shadows playing tricks on eyes tired, that want to see hope. Hours pass in so heavy. Your hope fades slowly away. With each passing minute long, they should have returned by now if they were coming back tonight safe. Something happened out there, clearly. Then you see torches moving in the forest dark, coming from the north direction. Your heart leaps briefly hopeful. Maybe they survived after all despite the odds against them out there harsh. You count the torches moving carefully now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. 5 men left this very morning. Morning on the patrol sent out. 5 torches returning now, you see. They all made it back here. Back alive, somehow miraculously standing. Against all odds faced out there. But as they get much closer, you notice something is wrong. Wrong about their movement, you see. They walk strangely and very stiffly, like men in terrible pain felt, or men who are badly injured badly from fighting something hard. The gate opens for them now, them as they approach quite close. You watch from above so high. As they enter the courtyard below, men rush forward to help them inside quickly to safety and warmth being offered. But something is very wrong here. You can see it quite clearly, from up here watching carefully down. The way they move seems strange, the way they stand so stiff. Something isn't right about them at all right now. You abandon your post quite fast, running down the stairs very quickly, faster than is safe really now. You need to see what happened to them out there, and where John is among them, among the returned men standing here. You reach the courtyard breathing heavily, breathing hard from running so fast. The 5 men stand completely still, in a circle surrounded by others who seem quite uncertain what to do with them standing there so frozen. Their faces are pale right now, unnaturally pale in the torchlight dim. Their eyes are wrong too clearly, too bright, too blue, you see. They don't blink or move at all, move like living men should move naturally, always do here. Someone screams suddenly loudly right now, breaking the frozen tableau standing here. The 5 men move as one together, attacking quite fast. The nearest brothers with inhuman strength and speed being shown. Chaos erupts instantly everywhere around you. Men scatter in panic quite fast, trying to get away from them, from the attacking things standing here. That look like brothers you know, but clearly aren't anymore right now. There's something else now, so different. Something dead and walking, still moving. You see John among them clearly now looking forward at you. His face is grey in colour. His eyes are blue like ice in sunlight so cold. He moves toward you right now, with hands outstretched, reaching forward fast. You back away quickly and fast, drawing your sword finally out now. Your hands shake badly right now. This is John you know well. No, this man, he's your brother in black standing here. But he's not John anymore at all now, so changed. He comes at you faster now, faster than you expected here to move. You barely dodge aside right now. His cold hands grasp at air, at where you stood just moments Moments before moving just barely away, just in time barely escaped his grasp. Other men engage the dead things with weapons drawn out. Swords clash against them very hard, but they don't bleed red blood, don't slow down from the wounds that would kill any living. Living men instantly dead right now. Someone shouts to use fire fast. Use fire against them right now. Torches are grabbed and thrown hard, thrown at the creatures moving fast. They shy away from the flames. Flames finally showing some reaction clear. Reaction to the heat felt burning. The dead things are driven back toward the gate now, by men with fire burning bright and determination born of pure terror. Terror absolute and complete being felt. They stumble and fall down hard under the coordinated assault being made, but they get up again standing, again impossibly after falling down hard. No matter how many times you see, times they're knocked down so hard they just keep rising up again, up to attack again and repeatedly, until fire catches them burning bright. When fire touches them burning now, they burn fast and very hot, hot like dried wood that's soaked in oil completely and burned. They scream without mouths opening wide, opening at all visibly being seen. The sound is terrible being heard. Within minutes, the 5 dead things are burning quite bright. Piles of ash and thick smoke rising into night air cold. The courtyard smells of burnt flesh and air so strong, and something else much worse smelling. Men stand around panting quite hard, from exertion and fear being felt. Some are wounded from the fighting, the brief violent fight right here. Others are simply shocked so deep by what they witnessed here tonight at Castle Black Standing. The Lord Commander emerges quite fast from his quarters quickly right now. His face shows rage and fear in equal measure shown, measure across his features so worn. He demands to know what happened out there beyond the wall. Nobody has answers really here now. The patrol went north into the forest depths so dark. They found more bodies lying there, arranged in those patterns so strange. Then darkness fell completely down fast, and something attacked them from shadows. The 5 men died fighting hard, fighting whatever came at them fast. At them from the dark shadows, their bodies were recovered out there, brought back to Castle Black here, for proper burial rites being planned. But something went wrong here clearly. Somehow they rose again, standing up after being brought inside to be here now, past the wall's protection so strong. They became the things they had died. They'd died fighting against out there, and attack their brothers here now, without hesitation or mercy being shown. The Lord Commander orders all bodies found beyond the wall from now on forward, must be burned immediately now, immediately where they fall quite dead. No exceptions to this new rule going forward ever from now. Bodies cannot be brought back here, back inside any more at all ever, all for any reason being given. Fire is the only safe way to ensure they don't rise again later as dead walking things so hungry. The gate is sealed tight now and reinforced with extra strong guards posted throughout night so long. Nobody sleeps after what just happened here tonight, clearly being seen. Fear has settled over this place. Castle Black, like fog so thick. You return to wall duty high, for the rest of the watch duty tonight remaining so long. Your hands still shake badly now, from fighting John's corpse so dead. That tried to kill you hard. You just moments ago, right here. He's gone now, truly forever gone. Not just dead, but burned completely. Burned to ash completely right now. You'll never see him again ever. Again in any form at all. The thought makes you quite sad despite the horror being felt. You stare out at the forest in the darkness so thick, wondering how many more brothers will die. Brothers will die out there beyond, there in those woods so dark, and come back wrong like John did tonight right here. The answer is probably all of them. All of them eventually quite soon. Everyone who goes north beyond here, beyond the wall's protection being strong, faces the same fate waiting there, waiting in those trees so dark. With blue eyes glowing bright always, you realize with certainty now clear that you'll die here someday soon. On this wall defending it always, either fighting on top here high or ranging beyond it out there. There's no other ending possible now, possible for you now quite clear. The thought should terrify you more than it does right now honestly being felt, but you're too tired for terror anymore tonight, right here. Fear has exhausted itself completely now, leaving only acceptance behind you now. This is your life now forever, now and forevermore right here, until the end comes, however it does, however it may arrive so fast. You are the sword standing tall, in the darkness, watching always here. The watcher on walls so high. The night drags on slowly forward, slowly and painfully long right here. You count the hours until dawn arrives again quite soon. Each minute feels like 10 long, 10 in the cold being felt, and fear and darkness so heavy. Other men on watch look haunted by what they saw. They saw tonight clearly right here. Dead brothers attacking living brothers here. Brothers without mercy shown at all. It changes something inside so deep. When you see that horror clearly, the bonds of brotherhood you felt, that hold you together right here, feel more fragile now quite clearly. Death isn't final here anymore now. It's just a transformation into something that hunts your friends, your former friends actively right now. Dawn finally breaks over the eastern horizon far away now. Grey light spreads slowly across here, across the frozen world you see. You've survived another night somehow again, on the wall standing guard here. That's all you can hope for. Ask for really any more right now. Survival from one day to the next coming always here. Nothing more beyond that right now. Hope for the future seems pointless when future looks bleak. Looks so bleak ahead right now. You're relieved from watch duty finally, by a man who looks tired. Looks as tired as you feel. You feel deep inside so worn. He nods grimly at you standing. You without speaking words right here. Words aren't necessary anymore right now. You descend the stairs slowly down, your legs barely functioning right now, from standing all night in cold and fear combined together. Your body wants rest badly now, but your mind won't stop racing with thoughts so dark. Breakfast is subdued affair right here. Men eat in silence so heavy. Nobody makes eye contact with anyone else present right now. Everyone is lost in their thoughts, their own thoughts about what happened last night being seen. The Lord Commander stands up slowly and addresses the hall quite quiet. His voice is firm despite exhaustion. Despite the exhaustion clear on him, on his weathered face so worn, He speaks of duty and honor and sacrifice being made. He says what happened last night. Last night proves the threat is real. Threat is real now, quite finally. No more doubting or dismissing it. Dismissing the old stories being told. The dead walk beyond the wall that's certain now for sure. He says the night's watch here, watch has never been more important than now right here. The wall must hold strong always, against whatever comes from the north in darkness always waiting. That's the sacred duty we owe. Some men nod agreement being shown, others just stare blankly down there, at their cold porridge bowl sitting. Everyone is processing grief and fear and shock being felt, in their own way right here, at their own pace so slow. You finish eating quickly right now, and leave the hall quite fast. You need to be alone now, alone for a while right now, to think and process everything here, everything that's happened in the last 2 days here being seen. You walk to edge of the courtyard where wall meets the buildings of stone. You lean against cold stone there. Own and close your eyes tight. Eyes for a moment quite brief, just breathing in and out slowly. John is dead and gone forever now, completely burned away. You didn't know him well here. Well, but he was your brother in black standing here, and now he's just ash remaining, ash scattered on the wind blowing. How many more will follow him into death so dark and worse than death being faced? Before this is over here now, if it ever ends at all you wonder silently here, silently to yourself alone, so standing. You think about deserting again now, again despite the penalty being harsh, running south away from this nightmare of walking dead things, dead and endless cold being felt. But you know you won't do it, won't actually do it right now. Not because you're brave here standing, or particularly loyal honestly being felt, but because there's nowhere to run that's safe now anywhere. If the wall falls here today, then everything falls after it does. There's no escape really anywhere left. So you'll stay and fight hard. Fight and probably die right here. Here on this wall so high, like countless men before you have. You've done already right now. It's not heroic or noble really. Noble particularly at all being felt. It's just what you do now. Do because there's nothing else left to do right now. When faced with ending of the world slowly coming here. You stand and fight quite hard because sitting and waiting feels worse. A little worse than fighting does here. Does in the end quite truly. At least fighting gives you illusion. Illusion of control over your fate and destiny right here. Even if that control is false, is completely false really right now. You push off the wall, standing. Wall and head toward the armory. Armory to practice fighting skills hard if you're going to die here. Die here at least you can. You can try to take some dead things with you. With you when you go down. Go into that darkness quite final. Make your death mean something here. Something however small that something is. Something might actually be right here. It's all you have left now. The armory is busy right now, with men practicing sword work quite hard. The clash of steel rings out constantly now being heard. Everyone wants to improve their skills before the next attack. Next attack comes inevitably quite soon. You pick up a practice sword and join the others. The others training hard right here. Your muscles protest immediately right now, from exhaustion and overuse being felt, but you push through the pain and continue forward still. An older brother offers to spar with you right here. His name is Gren, you know. He's been here for 12 years. 12 years serving faithfully always here. His face is scarred from battles you can't imagine facing. Imagine fighting through yourself right now. He's skilled with sword fighting hard, much better than you are here. But he's patient, teaching you well, showing you how to improve skills, improve your technique and stance here. Stance for better defense being shown. You practice for hours, quite long, until your arms feel like lead weights hanging so heavy from your shoulders uselessly right now. Sweat freezes on your face fast, face in the cold air here. But you keep going forward still. Gren finally calls halt to practice. To the practice session right here. You're improving, he says quite kindly, but you need rest right now, before you injure yourself badly here. Badly from overtraining now being done. Tomorrow you'll practice more again here. You thank him sincerely right here, for his time and patience shown, patience with your novice skills shown, skills at fighting well being taught. He shrugs it off quite casual, says he's just preparing you well, you to survive longer here standing. That's what brothers do here always, here on the wall standing tall. They help each other survive daily, survive another day more always here, because nobody else will help them in this frozen place, this frozen forgotten place ever standing. You return to barracks quite tired. To rest before dinner comes soon. Your bunk feels harder than ever before tonight right now. Or maybe your body just hurts more from days' work, days' exertions completely being felt right now. You lie there staring up high at ceiling and thinking about things, about how your life led you to this moment here, this moment on this wall high, in this miserable place so far, far from everything you knew before, knew and loved once before coming. The choices you made or didn't make led here now, here to this ending or beginning depending on how you look at things here, things in the darkness being felt. Dinner comes and you eat fast, eat mechanically without tasting anything here, anything on your plate being served. Your mind is elsewhere thinking hard, thinking about the forest so dark, and what waits there in shadows between trees, waiting always. After dinner there's a meeting called for all brothers here, brothers in the hall being gathered. The Lord Commander has news today, news apparently from ravens that arrived this afternoon while training. While you were training hard outside, you file in with everyone else gathered here right now. The hall is packed with men, with worried-looking men who know that news from ravens here. From ravens rarely brings good news. Good tidings these days right here. The Lord Commander stands before you all assembled right now. He holds a letter in hand, in his weathered hands quite tight. His face shows concern and worry, and something else harder to see, to identify clearly now being shown. He reads the letter aloud clearly, aloud for everyone listening right here. It's from the Citadel down south, down in Old Town far to the south of here standing, here so very far away now, away from this frozen wall high. The Meisters report unusual phenomena here, phenomena across the realm quite wide, winters lasting longer than they expected by their calculations being made, strange lights in northern skies seen, skies at night time being seen, reports of disappearances increasing quite fast. in villages near the wall standing, wall along the northern border here, border of inhabited lands going south, people vanishing without trace being left. Entire families gone from their homes overnight, leaving everything behind them undisturbed, quite still. The Citadel is investigating these reports, they say in writing. But they wanted to warn us, warn the Night's Watch that something unusual is happening now, happening across the north right now, beyond normal winter patterns being known. The Lord Commander finishes reading and looks up at us, at the assembled brothers standing here. His expression is grave and worn. This confirms what we already knew, already suspected, he says quite clearly. The threat is spreading south fast. It's not just here at Wall. At the Wall, Enniel, right now. It's moving south into the realm. The realm beyond us standing here. The dead are coming for everyone. For everyone eventually, quite soon here. Not just for us standing guard. He says help may come here, come from the south below us. If lords believe the threat is real enough being seen, but is not counting on it arriving soon right here. The watch stands alone, always here. That's nothing new really here now. The watch has always stood alone against darkness coming here. For thousands of years right now protecting people who don't believe in them or care about their sacrifice made, but duty doesn't depend on anything, on recognition or gratitude from others, from those you protect below here. You do it because it must. It must be done by someone somewhere, somehow, always here. That's what duty means right here. The meeting ends with orders given. Orders for increased vigilance right now. More patrols, more watches always here. More men on Wall at all times possible right here. Nobody gets rest anymore right now. Everyone is needed, always standing guard. You return to your bunk exhausted beyond all measure felt. Your body aches everywhere so deep. Your mind is numb from fear and exhaustion combined here. You pull the thin blanket tight. Blanket over yourself tightly right now. You close your eyes heavy now and try to sleep finally here. But sleep is elusive tonight still. Images of John attacking you hard. You keep replaying endlessly right here, in your tired mind racing fast. The dead are coming south now. Everyone knows it now quite clearly. The wall may not hold forever against them all coming, but you'll stand here anyway still, because there's nowhere else to go from here right now. This is your duty you chose, your burden carried daily always here. You are the watcher on the walls standing guard always, the shield that guards the realms of men below sleeping safe. You'll hold this line forever standing, until your last breath leaves you, or until the dead take you like they took John tonight so very fast. Either way you'll face it standing on this wall of ice so high. The cold seeps into your bones despite the blanket worn. You shiver but don't complain here. Complaining does nothing here at all. You just endure and wait patiently. Wait for dawn to come again. Come and start again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will bring more watch duty. More cold and more fear felt. Fear and more dead possibly coming. But you'll face it standing tall, standing with your brothers right here. Because that's all you have left. Have left in this world now. The wall stands behind you always. You can feel its presence here. Presence even lying here right now. That ancient ice and magic strong, magic holding back the darkness coming. The darkness from the north, always. You're part of that now forever. Part of something bigger than yourself or your fears felt. The wall has stood for ages, for thousands of years quite strong, and it will stand tomorrow still. Tomorrow because you're here watching always. Watching through the night, always standing. You finally drift to sleep now. Sleep filled with ice and darkness. And darkness and blue eyes glowing in the night air. But you don't scream anymore now. You've seen too much for screaming to help anything now. This is your life now forever. On the wall, forever standing tall. Until the very end comes here. The end for you or world. Or for the world itself ending. Whichever comes first here waiting. You'll be here watching always still. The night's watch endures forever here. Through winter and through darkness felt. Through death and through fear always. And you are part of it. Of that eternal watch right now. Standing on the wall so high. Until your watch finally ends someday. Good night, brave watcher here standing. Rest while you can right now. Tomorrow the wall needs you again. You standing guard again, always here. The darkness never sleeps out there beyond the wall waiting, and neither can you rest long. So sleep now while it's possible. Dream of warmth if you can manage it tonight here. But know that when dawn breaks grey and cold again, you'll climb those stairs again high, again to face the darkness waiting, because you are the shield strong, the shield that guards the realms of men below sleeping safe. You are the watcher eternal here, the watcher on the walls high, and your watch has only just begun here right now. Sleep well, brave soul standing here. The wall needs you tomorrow morning, tomorrow and every day after that. After until the very end comes. The end comes for us all. Us, all eventually here waiting still. But not tonight, friend, no tonight. Tonight you've survived again, right here. Another day on the wall high, another night watching darkness come close. And that's enough for now here. That's all anyone can do really. Do in this frozen hell standing. Hell at world's end standing tall. The morning will come eventually here. Come with its grey light spreading across the frozen world. And you will rise again to face another day of cold and fear and duty always felt. But for now you rest briefly. Rest in this moment of silence, of solace and relative safety here. Your brothers sleep around you now, around you in their bunks, cold. All of you together here standing, together against the darkness coming always. The wall groans in the night as it always does, ice shifting and settling down deep in its ancient heart. You've grown used to the sound over these months of service given here. It no longer frightens you much like it did before you understood what it was. It was just the wall breathing in its own way always, a living thing of ice and magic combined strong. Outside the wind howls on still, howls around the towers high, around the towers and the walls that protect you here, protected from the worst of it, but not from all the cold felt. You pull the blanket tighter still, tighter around your shivering body now. Your breath forms clouds above you in the air. Even here inside the barracks, cold. The cold is everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, it follows always. But you're alive right now still. Alive, and that's what matters most. What matters most in this place of death waiting just beyond the wall in the forest dark and deep. John is gone, but you remain to fight on another day here, another day against the dead things that are coming for all of you soon, all of you standing here watching. The thought should terrify you more than it does now, but you're too tired to feel much anymore except the cold deep in your bones that won't leave. You think of home sometimes still when you shouldn't really. The place you left behind forever when you came here to take the black and serve forever on this wall high. That life seems like a dream from long ago in another world that's warm and safe and far from here and the dead that walk now. But there's no going back ever to that life before the wall came. The wall came into your life and changed everything forever here now. Forever here standing on this ice. You are a brother now, a brother of the night's watch, forever standing against the darkness here. The darkness that threatens the world below that sleeps safely because you watch here always. This is your purpose now forever. Your purpose and your burden carried. Your burden carried until death comes. Death comes for you eventually here on this wall of ice standing against the endless night coming. But not tonight you survived. Tonight you survived another day here, another day on the wall, standing watch against the dead things that wait beyond in the darkness there. In the darkness growing stronger always. Tomorrow you'll climb the stairs again to the top of the wall and stand watch. Stand watch for 4 hours long in the cold and the wind, and you'll do it again. Do it again the day after and the one after that as well until your watch ends. Your watch ends one way or another eventually here. But for now you sleep briefly in this moment safe from death and the cold that waits outside for you always when you wake. The barracks are quiet now finally, quiet now with men sleeping around you in their bunks, dreaming of home and warmth somewhere far from here and the wall. You close your eyes tight again and try sleeping deeply now here. Sleeping deeply without dreams tonight. Without dreams of blue eyes glowing bright there. Glowing bright in the darkness waiting. Sleep takes you finally at last. You finally at last into darkness without dreams or fear. Without dreams or fear or cold. Or fear or cold, just nothing. Or cold, just nothing but rest. But rest for a few hours. Hours before the dawn comes grey. The dawn comes grey and you must rise. And you must rise again to face it to face it all once more on the wall. The darkness of sleep surrounds you like a warm blanket. Like a warm blanket you've forgotten existed anywhere in world beyond this frozen place of ice standing against the night. But even in sleep you're aware of the cold still seeping in through every crack in your defenses against the winter that never ends. Your dreams are confused and dark and filled with images of ice and death and blood on snow, and blood on snow so white turned red. You see John's face again clearly in your dreams, looking at you with blue eyes glowing bright there, eyes glowing bright and dead looking. He reaches for you in dreams with hands outstretched far toward you, reaching close now, toward you, reaching close to grab. You try to run away, but can't move at all here. Can't move at all. Your legs won't work. Your legs won't work at all. They're frozen. The cold has taken your legs away now. Your legs away now, completely gone. And useless. Now completely gone and useless here. Completely gone and useless standing still. Gone and useless standing still, frozen. John gets closer in your dream. Moving slow. Forward. Your dream moving slow forward always. Moving slow forward, always coming near. Slow forward, always coming near you. Forward, always coming near you now. You try to scream for help. But nothing. Nothing comes out. But nothing comes out at all. From mouth. Frozen shut. Completely tight. The cold has taken your voice. Away too. Your voice away too, now gone. Completely silent. Here. Now gone completely silent, can't speak. Gone completely silent, can't speak words. You watch John approach you slowly in the dream. You slowly in the dream still. Coming. In the dream still coming closer. The dream still coming closer near. Still coming closer near to you. His hands reach for your throat. To strangle you. Your throat to strangle you dead. To strangle you dead like him. Strangle you dead like him now. You dead like him now, cold. Dead like him now, cold forever. Then you wake up gasping hard. For air. So cold. Hard for air, so cold breathing. Fast. So cold breathing fast and deep. Cold breathing fast and deep now. Your heart pounds in your chest. So hard. So hard racing. Your chest so hard racing fast. So hard racing fast beating loud. Hard racing fast beating loud heard. Racing fast beating loud heard clearly. You're covered in cold sweat now. Freezing fast. Cold sweat now freezing fast on. Sweat now freezing fast on skin. Now freezing fast on skin cold. Freezing fast on skin cold wet. fast on skin, cold, wet, icy. The barracks are still dark around you here. Still dark around you here now. Dark around you here now, quiet. Around you here now, quiet still. You here now, quiet still sleeping. Here now, quiet still sleeping men. You sit up slowly in bunk. Up slowly in bunk, so cold. Slowly in bunk, so cold hard. In bunk, so cold hard wood. So cold hard wood beneath you. Cold hard wood beneath you pressing. Hard wood beneath you pressing hard. Your back aches from lying down. Aches from lying down so long. From lying down so long here. Lying down so long here still. Down so long here still cold. So long here still cold floor. Long here still cold floor hard. You rub your face with hands. Your face with hands so cold. Face with hands so cold numb. With hands so cold numb feeling. Hands so cold numb feeling nothing. So cold numb feeling nothing much. Cold numb feeling nothing much now. The dream lingers in your mind. Lingers in your mind still clear. In your mind still clear seen. Your mind still clear seen vivid. Still clear seen vivid they're burning. Clear seen vivid they're burning bright. Seen vivid they're burning bright always. You can't shake the image. Shake the image of John's face. The image of John's face dead. Image of John's face dead blue. Of John's face dead blue eyes. John's face dead blue eyes glowing. Face dead blue eyes glowing bright. It was just a dream. Just a dream you tell. A dream you tell yourself. Dream you tell yourself now. You tell yourself now here. Tell yourself now here sitting. Yourself now here sitting up. But it felt so real. Felt so real to you. So real to you there. Real to you there dreaming. To you they're dreaming deep. You they're dreaming deep asleep. They're dreaming deep asleep cold. You know John is gone. John is gone forever now. Is gone forever now burned. Gone forever now burned ash. Forever now burned ash scattered. Now burned ash scattered on. Burned ash scattered on wind. But the dead don't stay. Don't stay dead here anymore. Stay dead here anymore now. Dead here anymore now clearly. Here anymore now clearly seen. Anymore now clearly seen tonight. Now clearly seen tonight before. They come back walking still. Back walking still among us. Walking still among us here. Still among us here attacking. Among us here attacking brothers. Us here attacking brothers hard. Here attacking brothers hard killing. You shiver in the darkness. Shiver in the darkness cold. In the darkness cold around. The darkness cold around you. Darkness cold around you here. Cold around you here sitting. Around you here sitting up. You need to move now. To move now, get up. Move now, get up, stand. Now get up, stand, walk. Get up, stand, walk around. Up, stand, walk around, pace. Stand, walk around, pace, moving. Sitting still makes it worse. Still makes it worse somehow. Makes it worse somehow always. It worse somehow always here. Worse somehow always here cold. Somehow always here cold still. Always here cold still freezing. You stand up slowly now from bunk. Slowly now from bunk hard wood. From bunk hard wood beneath. Bunk hard wood beneath you. Hard wood beneath you standing. Your legs are stiff and sore from standing, and sore from standing watch. Sore from standing watch duty, from standing watch duty long. Standing watch duty long yesterday. You walk quietly through barracks trying not. Through barracks trying not wake. Barracks trying not wake others. Trying not wake others sleeping. Not wake others sleeping around. Wake others sleeping around you. The floorboards creak under you as walk. Under you as walk slow, you as walk slow, careful, as walk slow, careful, quiet. Walk slow, careful, quiet steps. Slow, careful, quiet steps taken. You reach the door, finally. The door finally and open. Door finally and open it. Finally and open it slow, and open it slow, quiet. Open it slow, quiet, soft. Its slow, quiet, soft creak. The cold air hits you. Air hits you like punch. Hits you like punch hard. You like punch hard faced it like punch hard face cold. Punch hard face cold wind. Hard face cold wind blowing. But you welcome it now somehow strangely. It now somehow strangely here. Now somehow strangely here outside, somehow strangely here outside fresh, strangely here outside fresh air, here outside fresh air breathing. The courtyard is empty and dark around, empty and dark around you, and dark around you standing, dark around you standing here, around you standing here alone, you standing here alone now. The wall looms above you in darkness, above you in darkness tall, you in darkness tall high, in darkness tall high rising, darkness tall high rising up forever. You can barely see it, but know, see it but know it's there, but know it's there always, know it's there always waiting. It's there always waiting for you to climb again, you to climb again soon, morning, climb again soon morning comes, again soon morning comes grey, soon morning comes grey cold, morning comes grey cold dawn. The stars are bright above you now, shining, above you now shining cold, you now shining cold light. Now shining cold light distant far. They seem so far away from here. Far away from here below. Away from here below standing. From here below standing watching. Here below standing watching them. You wonder if they see you down. They see you down here small, you down here small man alone, here small man alone cold. Probably not, you think sadly. Not you think sadly now, you think sadly now here. Think sadly now here standing watching, now here standing watching stars, here standing watching stars bright. You're just one man standing here, one man standing here alone, man standing here alone small, standing here alone small nothing, here alone small nothing much, alone small nothing much really. But you're part of something bigger than, of something bigger than you, something bigger than you alone here, than you alone here standing, you alone here standing watch. The night's watch stands together. Watch stands together against darkness, stands together against darkness coming, together against darkness coming always, against darkness coming always from, darkness coming always from north. Coming always from north beyond, you hear a sound behind you now, turning, behind you now turning fast, you now turning fast around, quick, looking, it's just another brother walking past you, quiet, going somewhere, you quiet going somewhere else now. He nods at you briefly in a passing. You briefly in passing by, quick, gone, passing by quick gone away into the darkness around here. The darkness around here thick. Darkness around here thick black. Around here thick black night. Here thick black night cold. Thick black night cold air. Black night cold air freezing. You nod back at him though he's... At him though he's gone, him though he's gone already. Though he's gone already now, he's gone already now away. Gone already now away, vanished. The brief encounter reminds you you're not. Reminds you you're not alone. You're not alone here. You're not alone here really. Not alone here really now. Alone here really now standing. There are others here with. Are others here with you? Others here with you, brothers. Here with you, brothers all. With you, brothers all around. You brothers all around here. Brothers all around here fighting. Fighting the same fight always. The same fight always together. Same fight always together here. Fight always together here standing. Always together here standing watch. Together here standing watch duty. Here standing watch duty cold. You feel a little better. Feel a little better now. A little better now knowing. Little better now knowing this. Better now knowing this truth. Now knowing this truth here. Knowing this truth here standing. You're not alone in this. Not alone in this fight. Alone in this fight here. In this fight here against. This fight here against dead. Fight here against dead things. Here against dead things coming. The wall protects the realm. Protects the realm from darkness. The realm from darkness north. Realm from darkness north beyond. From darkness north beyond here. Darkness north beyond here waiting. North beyond here waiting always. And you're part of that. Part of that defense now. Of that defense now standing. That defense now standing here. Defense now standing here watching. Now standing here watching always. Standing here watching always cold. You take a deep breath. Take a deep breath now. A deep breath now cold. Deep breath now cold air. Breath now cold air fills. Now cold air fills lungs. Cold air fills lungs burning. Then you go back inside barracks. Go back inside barracks warm. Back inside barracks warm relatively. Inside barracks warm relatively speaking. Barracks warm relatively speaking here. Warm relatively speaking here now. The others are still sleeping. Are still sleeping in bunks. Still sleeping in bunks around. Sleeping in bunks around you. In bunks around you here. Bunks around you here quiet. Around you here quiet snoring. You climb back into bunk. Back into bunk so cold. Into bunk so cold hard. Bunk so cold hard wood. So cold hard wood beneath. Cold hard wood beneath you. Hard wood beneath you lying. You pull the blanket over. The blanket over you again. Blanket over you again tight. Over you again tight warm. You again tight warm trying. Again tight warm trying sleep. Tight warm trying sleep more. But sleep doesn't come easy. Doesn't come easy now again. Come easy now again here. Easy now again here trying. Now again here trying hard. Again here trying hard rest. Here trying hard rest more. Your mind is too active. Is too active now thinking. Too active now thinking about. Active now thinking about John. Now thinking about John dead. Thinking about John dead blue. About John dead blue eyes. And about the dead coming. About the dead coming south. The dead coming south toward a dead coming south toward wall. Coming south toward wall here. South toward wall here standing, toward wall here standing tall, and about the brothers dying, about the brothers dying out, the brothers dying out there, brothers dying out there beyond wall, out there beyond wall dark, there beyond wall dark forest, and about your own death. About your own death coming. Your own death coming eventually. Own death coming eventually here. Death coming eventually here soon. Coming eventually here soon maybe. Eventually here soon maybe tomorrow. But for now you're alive. For now you're alive still. Now you're alive still breathing. You're alive still breathing cold. Alive still breathing cold air. Still breathing cold air in. Breathing cold air in out. And that's enough for tonight. That's enough for tonight now. Enough for tonight now here. For tonight now here lying. Tonight now here lying down. Now here lying down resting. Here lying down resting trying. Tomorrow will bring what comes. Will bring what comes always. Bring what comes always does. What comes always does here. Comes always does here wall. Always does here wall standing. Does here wall standing tall. You close your eyes again. Close your eyes again, tight. Your eyes again tight, trying. Eyes again tight, trying sleep. Again tight, trying sleep more. Tight, trying sleep more now. Trying sleep more now, rest. And eventually sleep comes finally. Eventually sleep comes taking you. Sleep comes taking you down, comes taking you down deep. Taking you down deep dark. You down deep dark rest, down deep dark rest cold. Into dreams of ice again, dreams of ice again always. Of ice again always here. Ice again always here, cold again always here, cold night. Always here, cold night long, here cold night long dark. But this time there's no John. Time there's no John attacking. There's no John attacking you. No John attacking you here. John attacking you here now. Attacking you here now gone. Just darkness and cold and darkness and cold and ice. And cold and ice forever. Cold and ice forever here. And ice forever here standing. Ice forever here standing watch. Forever here standing watch duty. And you're standing on wall. Standing on wall so high. On wall so high above. Wall so high above world. So high above world below. High above world below sleeping. Above world below sleeping safe. Because you're watching always here. You're watching always here standing. Watching always here standing guard. Always here standing guard cold. Here standing guard cold night, standing guard cold night long, guard cold night long dark, and that's your purpose now. That's your purpose now forever. Your purpose now forever here. Purpose now forever here wall. Now forever here wall standing, forever here wall standing tall, here wall standing tall always, until your watch ends finally. Your watch ends finally someday. Watch ends finally someday soon. Ends finally someday soon maybe. Finally someday soon maybe death. Someday soon maybe death comes. Soon maybe death comes calling. But not tonight you're safe. Not tonight you're safe here. Tonight you're safe here sleeping. You're safe here sleeping now. Safe here sleeping now rest. Here sleeping now rest cold, sleeping now rest cold dark. Good night, brave watcher, sleeping. Night, brave watcher, sleeping now. Brave watcher, sleeping now here. Watcher, sleeping now here, safe. Sleeping now here, safe rest. Now here, safe rest cold. Here, safe rest cold dark. The wall stands above you. Stands above you, always watching. Above you, always watching too. You always watching too, standing. Always watching too, standing guard. watching to standing guard tall, to standing guard tall high, 700 feet of ice, 100 feet of ice and feet of ice and magic, of ice and magic old, ice and magic old strong, and magic old strong ancient, magic old strong ancient power, holding back the darkness always, back the darkness always coming, the darkness always coming north, darkness always coming north beyond, always coming north beyond wall, coming north beyond wall waiting, north beyond wall waiting there, the dead that walk in night, that walk in night cold blue, in night cold blue eyes glowing, cold blue eyes glowing bright. They're coming south toward you all, south toward you all here standing, you all here standing watch, all here standing watch duty, here standing watch duty always. But the wall will hold strong, hopefully standing, hold strong hopefully standing tall, strong hopefully standing tall high, hopefully standing tall high ice, because of men like you? Of men like you watching, always, like you watching always here, you watching always here cold, watching always here cold night, always here cold night guard, men who took the black cloth, forever, the black cloth forever wearing, here, cloth forever wearing here standing, forever wearing here standing watch, men who swore the vows ancient, swore the vows ancient words, the vows ancient words spoken aloud, ancient words spoken aloud binding, words spoken aloud binding forever. I am the sword in darkness, the sword in darkness now standing, in darkness now standing here, darkness now standing here watching, now standing here watching always. I am the watcher on, am the watcher on walls, the watcher on walls high cold, on walls high cold ice, walls high cold ice standing, high cold ice standing tall. I am the fire that burns, the fire that burns against cold, that burns against cold night dark, against cold night dark always. I am the light that brings, the light that brings dawn grey, that brings dawn grey cold, brings dawn grey cold morning. Dawn grey cold morning comes. I am the horn that wakes, the horn that wakes sleepers below, that wakes sleepers below safe, wakes sleepers below safe warm, sleepers below safe warm beds. I am the shield that guards, the shield that guards realms, shield that guards realms of, that guards realms of men, guards realms of men living breathing. I pledge my life and honor, my life and honor too, life and honor to night's, and honor to night's watch, honor to night's watch here, standing, for this night and all nights, night and all nights too, and all nights to come always, nights to come always watching guard. These are the words you spoke, the words you spoke once, words you spoke once before, coming, spoke once before coming here, wall, and they bind you forever. They bind you forever now, bind you forever now here. You forever now here standing, forever now here standing watch. Now here standing watch duty. Here standing watch duty cold. You cannot break them ever. Cannot break them ever now. Break them ever now sworn. Them ever now sworn binding, ever now sworn binding tight. Now sworn binding tight forever. Sworn binding tight forever here. So you'll stand and watch. You'll stand and watch always. Stand and watch always here. And watch always here cold. Watch always here cold night. Always here cold night dark. Here cold night dark guard. Until your watch ends finally. Your watch ends finally someday. Watch ends finally someday death. Ends finally someday death comes. Finally someday death comes calling. Someday death comes calling you. Death comes calling you home. But that day's not today. That day's not today yet. Day's not today yet here. Not today yet here standing. Today yet here standing alive. Yet here standing alive breathing. Here standing alive breathing cold. Today you survived another night. You survived another night watch. Survived another night watch duty. Another night watch duty cold. Night watch duty cold standing. Watch duty cold standing tall. Duty cold standing tall guard. And tomorrow you'll do it. Tomorrow you'll do it again. You'll do it again climbing. Do it again climbing stairs. It again climbing stairs high. Again climbing stairs high up. Climbing stairs high up wall. Up to the top watching. To the top watching north. The top watching north forest. Top watching north forest dark. Watching north forest dark trees. North forest dark trees waiting. Forest dark trees waiting there. Waiting for the dead things, for the dead things coming, the dead things coming south, dead things coming south toward, things coming south toward you, coming south toward you all, south toward you all here. But you'll be ready waiting. You'll be ready waiting watching, be ready waiting watching them, ready waiting watching them come, waiting watching them come close and watching them come close near. Them come close near for wall, with your sword drawn ready, your sword drawn ready sharp, sword drawn ready sharp, steel, drawn ready sharp steel gleaming, ready sharp steel gleaming cold, sharp steel gleaming cold bright, steel gleaming cold bright edge, and your brothers beside you, your brothers beside you standing, brothers beside you standing strong, beside you standing strong together, you standing strong together here, standing strong together here, guard strong together here, guard wall, fighting the darkness together always, the darkness together always standing, darkness together always standing watch, together always standing watch duty, always standing watch duty cold, standing watch duty cold night, watch duty cold night dark, because that's what you do. That's what you do here. What you do here now. You do here now always. Do here now always standing. Here now always standing guard. Now always standing guard wall. You are a night's watchman. Are a night's watchman now. A night's watchman now forever. Night's watchman now forever here. Watchman now forever here standing, now forever here standing tall, forever here standing tall, guard. And you'll hold the wall strong, hold the wall strong standing, the wall strong standing tall, wall strong standing tall high, strong standing tall high ice, standing tall high ice cold against the darkness coming always, the darkness coming always north, darkness coming always north beyond, coming always north beyond trees, always north beyond trees waiting, north beyond trees waiting there, beyond trees waiting there hungry, until the very end comes finally, very end comes finally here, End comes finally here standing. Comes finally here standing watch. Finally here standing watch duty. Here standing watch duty forever. Good night, brave watcher, resting. Night, brave watcher, resting now. Brave watcher, resting now, sleep. Watcher, resting now, sleep deep. Resting now, sleep deep, cold. Now sleep deep, cold, dark. Sleep deep, cold, dark night. The wall stands guard above. Stands guard above you always. Guard above you always watching. Above you always watching too. You always watching too standing. Always watching to standing tall, watching to standing tall high. And tomorrow when dawn breaks, tomorrow when dawn breaks grey, when dawn breaks grey cold, dawn breaks grey cold light. Breaks grey cold light comes, grey cold light comes spreading. Cold light comes spreading slow. You'll rise and face it. You'll rise and face it again. Rise and face it again standing. And face it again standing watch. Face it again standing watch duty. It again standing watch duty cold. Again standing watch duty cold guard. Because you are the shield. You are the shield strong. Are the shield strong standing. The shield strong standing here. Shield strong standing here wall. Strong standing here wall high. Standing here wall high ice. And your watch continues forever. Your watch continues forever now. Watch continues forever now here. Continues forever now here standing. Forever now here standing guard. Now here standing guard wall. Here standing guard wall tall. Until the end of time. The end of time itself. End of time itself comes. Of time itself comes finally. Time itself comes finally here. Itself comes finally here standing. Comes finally here standing watch. Sleep well, brave soul, tonight. Well, brave soul, tonight now. Brave soul, tonight now rest. Soul, tonight now rest deep. Tonight now rest deep, cold. Now rest deep, cold, dark. Rest deep, cold, dark night. For tomorrow the wall needs. Tomorrow the wall needs you. The wall needs you standing. Wall needs you standing strong. Needs you standing strong guard. You standing strong guard watch. Standing strong guard watch duty. And you will answer the call. Will answer the call always. Answer the call always rising. The call always rising up. Call always rising up climbing. Always rising up climbing stairs. To stand your watch again. Stand your watch again forever. Your watch again forever here. Watch again forever here wall. Again forever here wall standing. Forever here wall standing tall. Here wall standing tall guard. Good night watcher. Sleep now. Night watcher. Sleep now rest. Watcher sleep now rest deep. Sleep now rest deep cold. Now rest deep cold dark. Rest deep cold dark night. Deep cold dark night watch. Your watch has just begun. Watch has just begun here. Has just begun here standing. Just begun here standing tall. Begun here standing tall wall. Here standing tall wall high. Standing tall wall high forever.